Hey, welcome back. For our next modification on the Tacoma, I'm going to put some N-Fab podium side steps, and we'll see what that looks, and we'll see how hard it is to put on. But from what I've seen, it should only take maybe an hour to do. So let's go try it out. I just unboxed it. The packaging looks pretty good. Everything looks safely wrapped. It's all bubble wrapped and foam everywhere. And it looks like here's the hardware, bunch of screw bolts. And let's get to it. So the reason I chose these was because right here on the ends, normally this is just one plastic cap that's popped in there, and water can get in and it'll start to corrode from the inside. But this one does have a little tiny cap. I guess that's to relieve any water that does get in there. You can pop these open. But another thing was these brackets. The brackets right there, they're one piece. They're welded onto the actual step. Most of them have a two-piece bracket. One, it bolts to the vehicle, and then there'll be bolts here that connect the step to the vehicle bracket. So instead of being one bracket, it will be two brackets with a bolt right here. And what happens is, after stepping on it so many times and the vibrations, it'll get loose, and then these steps right here will start to wiggle, and you'll have to constantly torque them down all the time. So this is a better design, less things to move around. So let's get to the install. Okay, next step is to find the holes. So there's two, and two. So you gotta find the holes. And just looking underneath. This is the front tires over here. So here is one. I already loosened this one up, so there's one hole, and then the next one is going to be in closer to the frame. You twist it off, and you have two. Those are your front ones. Keep following it down, and here are your center ones. So you got to take these off and just follow it down, and there's two right there. So take those caps out, put your step bar up, and stick the bolts in. And this is what the bolts look like. You have a locking washer first, and then the regular washer. So here are the bolts put in. They're hand tight. They're not all tightened yet. Here's another one. So the next step is to tighten them, and the manual says to tighten them to 20 Newton meters. So that's what I'm going to do next. And the way I got this bar up was I just pretty much bench pressed it by myself and held it and put one screw in, and then I put the other one in. That was enough to keep it in place, and enough for me to wiggle it around on the ends to get the other bolts in. It wasn't too tough. If you have two people, it's a piece of cake. If you have one person, it could be a little bit difficult, but overall it's easy. All right, I put the steps on. They weren't too hard. And the next video you will see, I will talk about the wheels. So ignore the wheels. So here they are. And I misspoke on the torque specs. It's not 20 newton meters, it's 20 foot-pounds. I'm used to working on German car. Everything's newton meters. So there it is. They look pretty good, I think.